Sliding along. Ravens at Cowboys. Ravens minus 1.5 is the line. Game total 37.5. Um, I see no need to take the Cowboys here. This team's a
Yeah,
mess. This team's a mess.
yeah,
I don't. I think they've got a rough roster. Even aside from okay, so you've got Dak and CD on offense. That's about it. You're probably going to see them for a series or two. Then it's going to be Joe Milton again, who did not look like the Joe Milton that I remember.
no,
Um, Apparently, there were some stories that kind of leaked out last week about him in New England that he didn't want to be, he felt he should be QB1 over Drake May, and that's why they got him out of there because they didn't want the distraction. Um,
interesting.
that's the rumor. Who knows if it's true? So that being said, last week Joe Milton, how did we do? 17 for 29, one touchdown, one interception. 5 for 22 on the ground, barely ran. Did not look like the same guy at all. Like I remember, like, dude, him with the Pats last year in preseason was like, we're talking like you know like Tecmo Bowl stuff out there. Just like
Right, yeah,
run all the way to the right, run all the way to the left, and launch a 40-yard bomb to some wide open third string tight end. Um, so I don't know what to make of that. Other than I think the takeaway is that the Cowboys have a roster problem. Like they do not have a very deep roster this year. Um, so give me the Ravens just because again I think better roster, better team. Um, I don't know how much you see of their starters. If I don't, Lamar Jackson doesn't typically play in these games. That being said, even if it's the backups, I think the Ravens are going to care and are going to try. So
yeah. I like the Ravens minus 1.5. Um, we didn't see much quarterback play from the Ravens last week because they were so busy uh, gashing the Colts defense on the ground with three different running backs. They were just running right through them.
yeah.
So I think the Ravens do the same here with a mediocre third string Cowboys defense. I'm kind of surprised that the spread isn't a bit higher.
I think my guess is that the Cowboys have leaked out that they're going to have their starters play maybe a quarter. Um, and I think that's influencing the line. For whatever reason, these starters playing have been influencing the lines a lot more than they should be this year.
Yeah,
Um,
they're really overreacting to it.
yeah, they were like with the Bengals against the Eagles last week. I think that line opened. I want to say the Eagles were favored, and it seemed like all the way up to Bengals minus 6.5, which made no sense to me. Um, and I was happy the books made that mistake, and I was happy to be on the right side of it.
Yeah,
That being said, I think this is kind of the same situation. So,
yeah.
give me the Ravens minus 1.5.